host this for a week and come again next week as we we're having trouble with our smartphone again. He's driving the hotel, which has something to do with that. He got everything. I didn't let him bring me here, but another driver brought here, a handicap driver, a taxi cab driver. But the place was I couldn't remember it. But they said, and he like he'd know what it was and asking other people. But inside and asked to creep inside. Okay, so it was really creepy. Which was two men. Actually, we were at the bank and we heard their saying, they were masked and robbed our bank. We're little kids. My blood husband, Shavit and I. And then they showed up at our hotel because they knew that we would be witnesses to their voices and things like that, and asking for us to see that she died, to catch them. They said, and her daughters, and we arrested those men, police, but and they left. He has gun mall. That's who you see. Pretends to be a manager in his office. That one way to catch her. The police called mall. That she said they were meeting. And from over here. Also, our man on the hotel here, he knew our family. Our husband, he heard it trying to people you see it at the home. We're talking with people. He was trying to hurt us. But all right, he was all right later. But it was just really hurt for all of us. Still stalking and we tried to do things that bubbled. His face, he on the ground. The girl died. So that too. And this week he found about he wasn't from. Yeah, you have a Volvo, and we know that you stole money, and you're trying to steal people's money to the identities for you and your gun mall. Him and that. Also, the police quickly. They were made and given us by high holy archangels, angels, and Paul remains of our beloved God's God alone. Because people want to have memories of good things like honeymoons. So it's a cheaper cost, and you can just give that a key away for a memory, And so it just said, and the creepy people, and the creepy people, they were mad, like because they were there. We let people know about that, to let people know that we own that hotel. Because it said. We give robes. You're able to take free slippers if the hotel that we have has slippers, and you can buy robes. Because I said, the bath terry cloth robes, you can buy those and things like that, and towels and things. We enable people to get those things. But the plastic keys were made because people want to have memories. And so, when I got ready to leave this time, and they know that I take two keys, one for me and my beloved came out because it said, and then but I put one key in the electrical thing, so one key to go in and out, one key if I want to remember what happened, and that's the floor they try to remember. That's that they put us all on and tried to kill us on. That room that they shot my husband. They tried to rape and kill me in there. They tried to kill my beloved husband. They heard our beloved Bill Gates visited, and we just want to let you know that too. And the angels had a room on that floor. Because angels had rooms on that floor, so we got the key. Good memories, and to remember that the bad memories, that the people that try to hurt us all don't get away with that. So after we paid the bill, I made a man come outside, so I paid the bill. Because I said, and I said, I don't trust you. You bring me a receipt first, and then you see the money, and I'll give you this money. Because I said, and then he had one of the drivers come out, not the one that was. There's another one that he's just. I think he's kind of like the police. He asked me he said the key is the key, that one key inside the room, and he gives the keys inside the room. I said, yes, sir. The key that I left is inside the room. Because I said, so I'm letting him know that key, obviously that key in the room. I said the key is in the room, but the one key I kept, because I said. And we think that he probably encrypted something else on the other one, because then it was trying to steal it. Criminal man. Led to a criminal bubble light America. So led that to and his gun mall. And that's the police called her his gun mall because she spent some money too that was stolen. She married the man, because I said, and we understand she was his prostitute, and then he's like really creepy, dirty man. They had come to try to steal money and try to give it to the American government. Because the American government threatened to kill me and my beloved husband. Our family members tried to steal the money and give it and take it to their bad USA. So I just want all these things too. I hope this recording comes out and I'm able to post it. Also, they had something to do with hurting the man in this hotel too. They own this hotel, the creepy bubble light thing, and that garbage woman basically too, and the creeps in there. We told you they took us there for a kidnap abduction, and the man was still trying to figure out how to try to kill me and my beloved husband to be, and our Rochester family try to steal our things. You can tell they're old because they move slow. Not carrying anything to move slow. They're old. Okay, so now and probably the treatment for his face probably keep them so they still kind of look young, but they're old. They're older. And my beloved husband, and they just really knew them to be kids. They might be skinnier, but they were able to have jobs and things like that. So just like that too. Also, they were in their 20s supposedly. Okay, so I have something to show you on the television station. We have pictures of people that we know that are actually Jewish and from Palestinian territories, and they're listed as dead. So we can get those pictures. We'll show that we know that they're Jewish, and we know that they're Palestinian. We know that they're Jewish families, and ballistic with the Palestinians, as you know, Palestinians were killed, but the bad USA people did that. And we can tell the difference of people, how they look, as I said. And so we just know that they're Jewish people. And so this television station was made so we can tell you that. Okay, the bad USA people chasing us. So as I said, trying to do things and making up lies. You see Donald Trump, the big lie he told. Remember he talked about he saw, he was there, he saw. Because everybody knows that Baghdadi is really actually Donald Trump. We told you what the man said. That it could be anybody could be a Baghdadi, but actually it was Donald Trump. So it said criminal. So it said so. He said how. Remember he came on the speech and he said how he saw and he died like a dog. He cried and whimpered and didn't want to go and took two or three children with him or something like that. What did he say? And so he saw it. His people put him down, and he didn't want to, and nobody got hurt except the dog, and the dog is the dog. He called Baghdadi a dog. And he said they had a dog that got hurt, but the dog is all right. So the next few days later, the Pentagon came on TV. Somebody said Baghdadi blew his own self up. He had some kind of self-device. But wait a minute, people. Didn't they show us the fact that they dropped bombs on some innocent people? Because it seems to me we understand that they were innocent people, just trying to make up a story. And they dropped a bomb on innocent people to try to say it was something, trying to kill a character that they made up. See how fast they made the next one? Okay, so criminal. The man in the hotel is Baghdadi, fag daddy. Everybody's a homosexual. He walks, he smokes a cigarette like he's it's just really nasty. Like he's some kind of, it's nasty. When you do things other than eat with your mouth, it does show. So we just know that too. So now, just criminal. So it's really wrong. And so this, other than eat food. Okay, we parental guidance with this. We'll put that up since we can post it. Another thing. So we want to tell you about Greta. Okay, everybody knows that we told the truth about climate control. The Nazi people that were we told you, and how Greta were really old and she was imposter trials with the bubble eye males, bad people. They're trying to say things. Have you noticed the news? How somebody has climatization that caused that because they know that what we said is true. Because I said the towers that burn up, they consider it climatization. Well, I don't think so. What happened? Because I said so. You're not controlling any climate, people. You're not going to stop any glaciers from melting. That's from God Almighty in heaven above. You do as God says, and you'll be blessed. Not trying to worship your own behind and doing all kinds of things and trying to pretend you're trying to think you can be God. The people that worship have the other faith, they think they can be God. You're not going to ever be my God. My God doesn't do all those bad things. My God is good, and my God is God. The Mosaic law, the God of me and my beloved sister, keep his feet, and our beloved Marcheshvan, our family members, kids and people, the beautiful animals. They have the same God we have. The real beautiful real animals, and they know the other thing is phony. They say that other thing is nothing. That's not our God. That other thing. Okay, so now we're just going to tell you that you're not going to be making any rain. People lie about they can't make water. Then that's the sin. If you do as God says not to do, God will dry up all your water. God's not let you have control any water. Okay, and also or life or death. Except for the fact that if God's the one controls life and death. God lets you come back, and God gives the people the ability to resurrect. If like Elijah resurrected dead, but he never once was anything but a servant of God, and he did it. He asked God to help. He never claimed to be the resurrector. Okay, so now I'm just going to let you know that too. So anybody with Greta decides with that, you haven't seen the people are creepy and they look homo-y and really dirty and not seem like pig droppings. I'm going to say that because what they have done is wrong. Any air, not controlling anything that God has made. So we just went that too. The other recording was better, but I had people outside harassing, basically sitting. I had to try to make another recording. The stalkers followed here and they're harassing. So I don't do that too. And something get bad employees, and that's why employees only work like a day or two, and then people want to know what because they lied on their application. And then they get fired. So it's not funny, but people do stuff like that. And so and sometimes the criminal stalkers, they try to get in and they're trying to do things for a bad USA government that doesn't have any money, and they don't want to ask for like everybody else. Because and the bad people, you don't get things by doing bad things. Money comes from God, because I said it's not from any illegal source that you try to get things. And everybody knows that God punishes the wicked. So now everybody everybody's with Gertrude. Was it Gertrude? The character that's left, they're going to be kept from anything because everybody knows it's Nazism. Plants deposit carbon in the trees into the earth. Don't check that out because they need it for reserves. It's an intricate system of our beloved has got alone so that they can store up carbon so they can emit oxygen when needed. Because every living thing needs oxygen. So we just learned that too. Even the plants need oxygen too. You're not going to break any system of our beloved God who's got to sit and talk to that same old dirty, nasty mouth of a stinking American homo man that's attacking that helped Bush and Obama and all those people and Trump. This a dirty man that's talking and trying to figure out how to get in this room trying to kill us. So it's really wrong. And it's the same old voice from the Normus Hotel, the same old voices from the aldo voices. They come and they stalk. They stand outside the room. We have where you can hear them. Okay, so we like that too. Okay, so now you understand carbonization. They tried to decarbonize the earth. They tried to climatize their economic system by getting rid of all the holy people if they could, and people that have money and are blessed, and trying to take all the things of art to change their economic climate. Because God will never let that happen. To holy people that love God who's God alone. That's it, which is what we do. With the holy children of God alone, worship and love our beloved God who's God alone. When we bow down to our beloved God who's God alone, in the book of Genesis, you see, our God made a Mosaic law and gave it to Moses so we could live for eternity. Our God of the book of Daniel, our beloved royal book of Daniel, who speaks in the writings of the author Daniel to tell us that we live for eternity. Which is said in the chapter 12, and the thunder is simple. God talked to me. I told you that in the thunderings, and there's only two people that ever do that in the entire history of the world: Moses, and Noah could understand it too, right? We're the first Moses support. We're the first Noah and his wife, and business. We're the second Moses in support. We're the second Moses and his wife, and Elijah. And I was Elijah's wife, but I was too little, so my beloved kids really took care of me, and so Elijah and I would be able to understand too. And my husband, my beloved kids really wasn't also old, but the fact is that me until we could be together again. God and I. God and my beloved kids, SHAVUAH, and I and our beloved family, our beloved family, kids, people, we are together. God who alone is over us and real. Our angels, God is God alone. They will help us too, and they will never leave. They're always going to run us in the first place to fall, and it's the way the system of beloved God alone. He made the hierarchical angels did not fall, and service of beloved God is God alone. It's the sons of He made us. Me and beloved read, we're family, kinspeople. There's a lot of us, isn't it? Okay, so those people got a problem. We're the holy children of beloved God is God alone. The hierarchical angels, beloved God is God alone, cause their little. And so we understand that too. So that those people have a really terrible problem, and there's only one God. And it's a God who's over us, and our God makes that thundering, and our God makes us hear the thunder. And there's an angel that God commands to make the thunder and lightning, but the angel can't do it unless our beloved God is God alone allows him to do it. And God speaks through the storm. Everybody knows that too. So now, and God's voice is over and through that, and everybody can't do that. And it's a blessing to be able to do that. Okay, so now we just want to let you. So we're not really going off on this, but we're trying to you and hoping this for you. Also. The internet doesn't work here like it's supposed to, and I'm having trouble charging my phone again as usual. At first charge, and then all of a sudden it didn't. So there's a problem with that. Okay. Also, quickly, our relative Aman, Nasik Aman, he liked that when we were little kids. Aman Khan, he's a relative of ours. My birth mother was Aga Khan III of Persia's daughter, and my birth father Bernard Rothschild. I'm not black, mulatto, or white mulatto. I'm not mulatto, and those are my birth parents. So, my grandmother was a royal Egyptian and a Jew. So Aga Khan, you see now, was a Jew too. You see that too. So okay, so that too, and his birth daughter was my birth mother. So we just learned that too, and my birth that Bernard Rothschild. He was something in Persia. He would be something in Persia, and he would be king. He would be king of Persia to me and my beloved David. They killed our relative who was going to be a king. The whores kept bothering him, and the Americans couldn't get him to take a whore. It was Prince Ali Khan, but they killed him in a traffic accident. And our beloved royal family members said that they'll never do my beloved King Melchizedek Shabbat like that. I was trying to push a whore on us. Everybody told him we understand not to go to France that day, and the whore didn't get anything because it said, but she still tried to kill our uncle dad, posthumous, the birth father of my beloved birth mother, the birth brother of my beloved birth mother. As I said, she was his sister. As I said, and they had the same father. Okay, so now we just want to let you know too. So quickly, uh, the bad American people came and said they would kill, they harassed the Pakistani people and said they would kill them just for their jewelry alone and the silk and fabrics that they had. They saw those beautiful things. Isn't that terrible? So remember those threats that they gave when me and my beloved sons came moved we were just little kids. They said would tell lies on them and say they were terrorists. It's not true, people. Have you seen how the people are that we have show you some of the old things? It's really wrong, just for silk and fabric and the beautiful jewelry and handmade jewelry that they have, that they made from a long time ago. And they have stuff from a long time ago too. So just let you know that too. Really wrong, isn't it? Okay, so I wanted to mention that to you too. And I think that that's about it for right now. These are the things that um, the notes we made for today. And so we want you to try to be careful, safe, and alert, and try to have a most wonderful and safe week as possible. And we have other things we'll speak to you about, and we'll talk to you as soon as we can. I'm trying to see if there's more notes here. Um, okay, so you would know that let's see, everyone. Okay, so you would know that the climatization, what we told you about, that we're trying to kill people with that and trying to change an economic climate. Nazis, we told you that before. And so all the people, the news people know that what we said is true. So we just wanted to, the people that are following those people, are trying to kill other people, which those films are old because the Greta wouldn't be around. They won't be able to do anything except sit and look. And if they did anything criminal, they're going to prison. Okay, so now we're talking because they have this really sick belief that the Christians and other people with them, the Christians, Catholics or whatever, and people, they commit crimes and they're just human sacrifice like the Aztecs. They think if they commit a crime that they just kill something, a human being that's better, and it absorbs their sin. No, people, there's no such thing as human sacrifice. Okay, God destroyed whole peoples because they were into that. The Aztecs, and things like that were human sacrifice. God destroyed people. It's more than just them that God destroyed for it to be a human sacrifice. You pay for your own sins, and the temple sacrifice is perfect because you and then the animal goes to God and tells God, well, look, this is what happened. Then the animal comes back, like we told you about the donkey. When there's a problem and we don't know who did what, like with a murder, the donkey, the donkey calf, the neck is broken. You have to see it, people, but you wouldn't be able to see it. And don't go hurting animals because it's not what for you to do. You wouldn't do that. It's something of God. When it happened, and we asked all the questions, and even our Abadod, the King Hussein was there. The donkey's neck was broken, and then by the water where it's supposed to be, he stood back up, neck and tail and intact, and stood, and then God spoke and told us the crimes that had been committed and who committed the crimes. The donkey doesn't die, just like in the temple sacrifice. The animal goes to God and explains what happens and comes back. There are only supposed to be a certain amount of people on this earth, not what the devil made, what God made. And whole entire universe it's going to be the way God intended things to be. So the devil still tries to talk through there and tries to tell lies. We don't believe in that J thing, people. I'm sorry. It's not our God. It can't make thunder or lightning. It can't make any of those things. It can't, it can't make water. It can make you die and go to hell for all eternity. That's what it can do. It's not our God. So our beloved God has got alone us over. Me and my beloved husband, Kim Sweet, and our beloved Marcheshvan, our royal families, all real kids people, citizens people, and the beautiful animals of our Lord's kingdom. And the very large kingdom lasts forever, never destroyed, never transformed. The people who live for eternity. Okay, everybody, stop all that rioting. There will be people that are rioting, and trying to tear up things. There's something wrong, okay? People that don't have anything in our things would do that. And the bad people only want you to do those things because you're helping them tear up things, and you're helping them, give them the ability to try to hurt you. Because that's it. And then the good people that are trying to help you understand, that would be around trying to help you understand, they're feeling bad because they know that the bad people try to hurt everybody else and try to hurt them too. Everybody with us is good. All the bad people that are bad, and they're not. We're not going to be tearing up our things or hurting our own people. So we just like that too. The bad USA people and Nazi Germany tried to hurt us on, tried to take our things. Remember, they kept trying to get them. They could not get the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? Or Egypt. They will never ever have our things because God says so in our Tanakh and Torah. They will not get our things, and they come with false beliefs and I'm not believing in any behind of any whore or behind of any adulterous garbage or any fallen thing. And the first commandment and the Ten Commandments is, "Thou shalt have only one God. Thou shalt have only our God is God alone, for our God is a jealous God, and our God loves us very much." And our God is the one that gives everlasting life, not that dead thing that follows you around and tells you to do bad things and all those dirty, nasty things it does. People, look, wake up, because it's like that too. You need to stop tearing up things. You ask for money, then you turn up, and all the money that you would get would have to go into fixing all those things. I don't understand. There's something wrong with what you're doing. I was told never to protest. See what happens? You protest and you die. Because that's it. You're doing something wrong. But our people would never do those things. Our people, our people are good. And so the good people would not do that. There's something else that's wrong. So we just want to let you know that, the asteroid is 118,000 miles away. It's inward. It's close to the moon. 250,000 miles away is the moon. That asteroid, if it doesn't burn up, perhaps it'll get the people that try to hurt us all. And in our Tanakh and Torah, it says that the people thought they could escape and tried to get into our things. They die. We bury them for 7 months. So eventually the asteroid's going to hurt the bad people try to hurt us all because they get the same thing as Sodom and Gomorrah. They're homosexuals and whores and garbage things that didn't respect God, and they're mixed with fallen things. And the rabbi, did you see the parsha? They tried to disorient and tried to, the man at that hotel that was trying to steal our things, he tried to keep us from having Shabbat. You sit here till almost 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock after maybe he'll show up. He left a message like that. No, you're not gonna sit here and have me sit here and wait. The police were outside. I guess he had to come. Basically said, if you're not coming late, every time I'm here, you're here before I can go outside to the store. Basically said what he was trying to make the people charge more money so he could try to steal more money from us. So this is related to. It was really wrong, but he did show up because he found out that the policeman outside. There was a tour guide and the police, so he actually showed up. But he tried to keep them having Shabbat, so or on time, and so and they were trying to figure out what I did when I asked God for things with the candles, and how I told you what happened at Sukkot and Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. So we just want to let you. They try to keep us from having our things, and so and worshiping our God, but they're not going to stop us from worshiping God. We're going to worship our God for all eternity. And that's it. And we're going to always bow down to our beloved God alone because the God gives everlasting life, our God. So, nobody's worshiping another thing that's tries to get you to do dirty things. It's nasty. And so we just want to let that too. There was a man that would walk around and smoke a cigarette like that. And I saw that on that bubble light thing inside our hotel that we own. And he was trying to steal and trying to take him in his gun mall. And so we just said, so I'm to make a long story short, that man obviously lost his job because they saw the man coming around me smoking a cigarette like that. That man, bubble light man at the counter that was telling all those lies, he started smoking a cigarette like that. So just look into that too, because we know that something was wrong with that other man, and something's wrong with that one inside the hotel. They were both, obviously, there was men. So we just let that too. So now, since I was trying to make this recording really quick, this is really long recording. We'll talk to you as soon as we can, but there's nothing we want to talk to you about. And as soon as we make notes and we're able to publish this one for you to see, we'll finish talking to you about things. Sort of got little distracted because people still talk to the wall. They're really people. You got to know there's something wrong with that. Oh, that's what it said. The rabbi said that before the flood, they were raping and killing people. We told you that we saw in a God particle of God reactor. And they were trying to rape and kill people's wives and husbands and things like that, and trying to kill people, trying to take their things. The same as it was before the flood, as it is now. They go around and tell lies and do dirty things and hurting people and trying to take their things. They were fallen, the fallen mixed with the fallen. The fallen angels mixed with the human beings and were going around doing dirty things to people. Same as it was then, as it would be later too, as in the book of Genesis it says, just before the flood. But now it's the book of Daniel, and all that people go away. Just let that too. This did not charge. This computer, and we know that the bad person at the Olive and those people, the Norman span and everything, try to keep us from charging our computer and trying to be able to speak to you. We told you they have to do with Anton LaVey and that Church of Satan and criminal, isn't it? But they all be bad people with Trinity. Me and my beloved was King SHAVUAH TV, and our beloved were Rochester family members of Kingdom people live for eternity. So I'm trying to talk real fast because the computer showed me there's only a few minutes left on the charge. But the criminal people tried to hurt us and tried to take our things. So we'll talk to you since we can, and we know that we win. Roa, as they say in Greek, that in the book of Daniel, our relative is a Greek Jew. So it's written that anybody that hurts us as Jews, God hates. Because that's it. So we just learned that too. And that those who hurt us shall be cursed. So it doesn't mean that in the book of Daniel happened a long time ago. We are Jews. Because that's it. So and all of us were blessed by God. So that blessing Isaac and Ishmael. Okay, so don't think that God doesn't mean those blessings. We are Jews. Okay, so we'll talk to you since we can, and all the blessings and are to knock and Torah for us. So we'll talk to you since we can. Try to be careful, safe on a little K, and we'll try to find a way to charge and try to find a way of posting. I hope this recorded, and if not, we'll just try to write to you again. SHAVUAH TOVE, LaShona Tova, Hag Sameach.